What's going on, everyone? It's AskCat bringing you guys another video. Before we get into anything, long time no see. I know it's been a while. I was just feeling a little bit motivated to make a video today, so I figured I'd write down a few things I want to go over and kind of discuss with you guys while we kind of play a few matches of Fortnite. I do have to go to work here in a few hours, so hopefully I'll be able to get this up before I actually go to work. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Kind of just been grinding out these Godzilla challenges, but yeah, just working on those last two. But yeah, so first thing I really wanted to talk about is kind of just catching up, more or less. It's just kind of explaining where I've been the past month or so, and what's been going on in my personal life. But yeah, so past about month and a half to 2 months roughly, I've been like pretty much since my last video. I think I even talked about it. I was trying to get a job at IHOP. I actually got that job, so I've been working there. I started out as a dishwasher, kind of. I have been being trained to be a line cook at this point. Oh, I'd say probably about a week and a half into that roughly. And yeah, beyond that, whenever I get home, I'm pretty much just you know, chilling with my kid or my girlfriend, or, you know, playing Xbox with my buddy that I normally run with. And yeah, so whenever we're on Xbox or whatever, we're normally playing either Fortnite or BO3. We've been staying caught up with BO6. I kind of want to go into detail with all three of those. Well, I guess not really Fortnite, but so yeah, we've never really completed the BO3 maps, so we were kind of trying to go back through all those and more or less get the completion for the first time on all of them. So the first time we actually started playing BO3 was before BO6 actually came out. So we ended up getting the completion for the Giant, and I got the solo completion for Dryzendrach the first time around. And yeah, no, I think the only reason I ended up getting that before him was because he was at school or something. He goes to college, and yeah, so he was just offline at the time, so I ended up giving it some solo runs and just magically got it, like within, I'd say, like 6 or 7 games roughly. But that, yeah, that was Dryzendrach I got the solo completion on. And yeah, when we were very first getting into it, we were actually going for Shadows of Evil, like not fully realizing, like, hey, we need 2 extra people to go ahead and even do this Easter egg in the first place. So yeah, we wasted about like a week or so worth of time, like really getting that map down really good, just to realize, you know, hey, can't even complete the Easter egg and get the part for it unless you have 4 people. So yeah, that kind of bummed us out there. We stopped playing, and that was like around the time BO6 was dropping anyways, so we were gonna kind of chill on that anyways. And yeah, I'd say for the first couple weeks we really were grinding multiplayer, more or less. And I ended up getting all my, I'm not saying within that first week, but just in general, I ended up getting all my ARs in multiplayer gold, and then I was kind of just like, yeah, screw this, I'm not really down to grind multiplayer anymore, I guess. And yeah, so pretty much ever since then, anytime I'm playing BO6, I'm pretty much just focusing zombies. But yeah, yeah, once we got the early completions for the first 2 maps, we were kind of just waiting for Citadel, so we came back to BO3, and we were playing Fortnite kind of in the process. And yeah, so this last time we just got into BO3 most recently, which really has been like the past week or so. We got the Dryzendrach completion for him, but we actually ended up going ahead because we couldn't get it. We were literally sitting there for like almost the full week, just sitting there trying to get through Dryzendrach, and it literally took us maybe 2 to 3 days to get Zetsubo down. Like the first 2 days we were really just learning it, and then the third day when we were both on, we pretty much got that run, or that Easter egg completion within like 2 to 3 games. But yeah, so right now we're both kind of like caught up at the same point. We're trying to get Grodd Crovey right now, and then after that we'll have to go back to Shadows of Evil and get the 4-player completion, because obviously we can't do it, just me and him. So yeah, if any of you guys are down for that and you're on Xbox, then I'd be down to, you know, run it with some of you guys. I can pretty much carry my own through Shadows of Evil. It would probably take me a little bit to like kind of readjust to the Easter egg and whatnot, because I haven't tried to do it in a while, because we were just going to save it for last, because obviously that's the one you need extra people to do it with. So yeah, me and him right now, we got the Giant done, we got Dreisendracht done, and we got Zetsubo done. So we're pretty much just waiting on Grodd Crovey, where that's what we've been practicing the past few days or so, just trying to get. I do this every time. Yeah, we've been just trying to get the Grodd Crovey one, like, Easter egg down, so we know what we're doing, and we're going for that completion right now. And in terms of BO6, like I said, we got all the early completions, so that's for Liberty Falls, Terminus, and Citadel de Mor. We got the early little calling cards, all the Easter egg rewards, and I think we have all the intel besides the amulet for Citadel, which was kind of bugged and it literally just wouldn't let us get it. So we've kind of been waiting until they fix that. I'm not sure if they have yet or not, but yeah, pretty much just waiting for the Tomb to come out, which is like another 5 days or so, and I'll be definitely playing that. I don't know if I'll do it like in a video or like on stream or anything. I don't want to promise anything, because we kind of see how that went with Citadel last time. And by the way, I do love that map, and that's probably one of the only maps like in BO6 Zombies right now that I would genuinely just sit there and play just to have fun. Like, if I'm playing Liberty Falls, I'm going for like easiest Easter egg, or I'm straight up just doing directed mode. Like, if I'm being completely honest. And Terminus, I never really understood why people liked that map that as much as they did. Like, I'm not even saying it's a bad map. Like, it definitely offers the challenge out of the two maps, like in terms of Liberty Fall or Terminus, like the base game maps. But yeah, no, I just never really liked Terminus as much as Liberty Falls. I guess I just liked the simplicity of Liberty Falls. And it, like, obviously if you're going for like a more difficult Easter egg, go for Terminus. But yeah, no, I feel like Citadel de Mor is literally like the good middle ground between those two. And it also just, in my opinion, it has the most replayability out of the 3 maps. So I definitely want to cover that map a little bit, at least, even if that's just me playing it a few times and maybe even like getting the completion on it. But yeah, that's like the one map in that game. Well, I guess in terms of freaking actually completing it, I could probably do Liberty Falls a majority of the time. But like, in terms of like having fun doing the Easter egg and getting through a map and then doing the boss fight on top of that, I would say Citadel de Mor is probably the best map in the game at the moment. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in terms of like BO3, BO6. Like, for BO3, we're obviously like working on Grodd Crovey right now. Eventually we're gonna need the extra 2 people to do Shadows of Evil, and then at that point we can move on to Revelations, because we'll have the 5 little like ritual pieces. And yeah, in terms of BO6, waiting like another 5 days or so to get the new map drop called the Tomb. So that should be coming out on the 28th around 9 a.m. I think is what they were saying, is when that's gonna be like playable and you can do the Easter egg. But yeah, and while we're on the topic of zombies, I do still, like, I know I keep saying this, but it's like, I do still want to do the World War II stuff and finish that up for you guys, especially since that's kind of the reason I started this channel in the first place, was just to cover World War II stuff, since everything like that I could find on YouTube was kind of outdated, and I was also trying to find people to play the game with. Sorry, my throat is kind of dry. But yeah, I was trying to find like a community to play World War II Zombies with, and also like, yeah, kind of find people to play it with in general, because, oh my god, that could have been bad. because yeah, none of my friends really wanted to play it with me. Like I got a few of my friends into it a couple times, and then, you know, they didn't really last more than a week. So I don't know, I guess I was like the most into that game out of all of my friends, I would have to say. And yeah, pretty much just trying to find people to play with. Never really had anyone to play with, and then fucking I got my buddy that I do play most of my games with now in Xbox, so that we could play more stuff together, because obviously like the cross play thing isn't exactly it's not like the best at the moment. Like there's not like every single game on all consoles is like crossplay, obviously, like exclusives like aside. But yeah, for World War II, I was gonna say, I went back to World War II the other day. I was just literally just casually hopping on to get my armory credits, because I still have to do a few of my collections over in the headquarters multiplayer side of things, and I was trying to finish off all that stuff still. So yeah, I was just collecting that, and then I decided, you know, I'm gonna go back over to zombies real quick, check my challenges, see if I need to, you know, replace any of my challenges for like the next time I want to actually play the game, make sure I'm like stocked up on challenges and whatnot. And you know, I was kind of just looking at the maps, and I got to thinking about it. I was like, you know, every single time I hop on this game, I try to warm up with the Final Reich, and I have like all the character challenges, and like I've done the Easter egg so many times that I could literally just do it damn near every time I hop on that map. So I decided, like, you know, I might as well just start warming up with the Darkest Shore, because like that's like the biggest reason I haven't decided to go ahead and like cover any of the DLC for World War II, is just because I don't have a good solo strategy for it. Like, regardless of me starting my YouTube channel for, you know, trying to get a bigger community of people over on World War II, and, you know, having people to play with and whatnot, like that just never really happened. So I'm still sitting here like playing that game alone anytime I play it, and it just that makes me need to do solo play, like strategy guides and stuff like that for the maps and their Easter eggs. So I've never had that for any of the DLC maps, which is kind of why I wanted to like start focusing those maps instead of sitting on the Final Reich every single time I hop on. So yeah, pretty much for World War II, I'm gonna start making the Darkest Shore my like go-to startup warm-up map, if you will, and just start trying to grind that one out and like really get it down. Because like I know what to do in literally all of the Easter eggs, but for the DLC maps, it's literally just a matter of actually getting the completion and getting through them. Because the Final Reich, I could, like I said, I could do that 9 times out of 10, and like maybe I'd say 4 out of the 10 times I actually go down during like the Easter egg steps, like before boss fight. And I don't know, the Final Reich is just to the point where I have it down so much, like so good, that I rarely fail it unless I just straight up back out because I get mad or something. Like I do hate feeling like you're the most experienced player in a multiplayer match when you're like running it with randoms, and then not talking about Fortnite, by the way. I hate feeling like you're the most experienced, like doing an Easter egg or something like that on like World War II, for example, because that's kind of what we're talking about here, and then people either start backing out or they just don't cooperate to the point where, you know, it's easy to get the Easter egg done. Like when it feels like you're the one doing all the steps, like yeah, it feels good, but at the same time, you almost wish you had help, especially on the steps where help was almost essential. And if you're not, you know, not doing, you know, the killing aspect or whatever it is at the time correctly, then it just like it doesn't count, or like it basically just hinders your progress towards an Easter egg. And like that was always my biggest problem running it with randoms on the Darkest Shore, the Easter eggs, I mean, is when you have to go into the ritual room after you've collected the monk head and you've gotten the 3 sons of Nerthus or whatever. My biggest problem with that Easter egg is literally having those randoms that just don't want to go into the room, or like they'll even all get on the little mine cart with you, but they straight up just don't hop off at the right time, I guess, in order to get into that little ritual room. So you literally just can't progress the Easter egg because that room only closes when all 4 players are in that same spot. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm in the process of like 3 games, pretty much 4 games if you count Fortnite, I suppose. But yeah, BO3, me and my buddy have been grinding those out, trying to get our first completions on all those. Like I said, literally just working on Garage Crovy. We've been learning that, and we'll have to get 2 more people for Shadows, and then we can work on Revelations. So we have the Giant, Dryzendrock, and Zetspo completed. And then BO6, we have all the early completions, the early completions, just the standard quest completion, I guess, if you will, and then also the directed mode completion. And then on top of that, I have like all my guns gold, like even the DLC ones, if you will, like the ones that come out with the events and whatnot. I have all those gold as well. Kind of just slowly working away at Opal and getting my way up to the Nebula camo as DLC comes out. And yeah, pretty much just, like I said, waiting for the Tomb. That's going to come out in like another 5 days-ish on the 28th. Should be around 9. And then in terms of World War II, working on getting better at those DLC maps. I'm screwed here. Working on getting better at the DLC maps and trying to find a freaking gun. I'll tell you what. Yeah, once I get better at those DLC maps and like really figure out like a solid strategy for, you know, solo play, because that's how I'm gonna have to be playing most of the time. So once I can, you know, feel comfortable getting through those Easter eggs to the point where I can make a guide, like, and if I have to restart the Easter egg, it doesn't feel like a pain in the ass. Then I'll start putting out guides for the DLC on World War II, but that might take me a while because I've never like truly spent a whole lot of time on like the DLC for World War II. Like I've gotten my completions on them like a few times back in the day when I was actually running it with people, but like I've never spent a whole lot of time on those maps solo to the point where I feel like I could just run them every single time solo, like I can with the Final Reich. I'm literally just running by guns, not even picking them up. What am I doing? And yeah, so that's pretty much all I want to talk about there. I'm interested to see if you guys would also want to maybe watch a BO3 stream tonight. Like I said, we're working on Garage Crovy right now, so like still learning it. Like we've gotten to the point where we can do shield pretty much every game, and get the power turned on, do the little like dragon code cylinders, and get all the way over to Pack-a-Punch. And this is something weird for me, I've noticed. I don't know if there's like, maybe I'm just numb and I'm not like fully seeing how this works right now at the moment. Anyways, so I've noticed that if you go over to the Pack-a-Punch area on Garage Covey, every now and then it does like a lockdown phase and it almost locks you in there and you have to do a few rounds, and then other times you straight up just don't even have to do those lockdown rounds and you're just able to go down and get your dragon egg and then go take the sewer out immediately. What triggers that? Like, what is the difference between other times and other times that you go in? Sometimes and then other times, I don't know. Definitely just feels irritating when yeah, you go down there to Pack-a-Punch real quick or something and then freaking it just locks you in rather than letting you go down and get your egg right off the bat. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that BO3 stream tonight, like I said, we're working on Garage Crovy, still learning it, so we could definitely use the tips and tricks and, you know, extra advice in order to get that done. If you guys have any extra advice once you see kind of where we're at with it. Like I said, there's still parts of the Easter egg I don't even know. Like I think we literally got as far as we knew how to do last night, and that was like our third or so run in, so we were just like kind of over it for the night. But yeah, no, I would definitely be interested in doing a BO3 Garage Pro V stream for you guys tonight. If you want to see that, leave a comment of if you'd be interested, and I should be able to get some replies out or something by the time I get off work. I do go into work at 5, so that's probably about like a hour and a half or so from now. Yeah, I'm gonna try to have this up before I go into work, and that should give you guys plenty of time to watch it who are actually avid watchers like that. What is happening to me? That's annoying, dude. What the heck? That has to be a glitch, right? Like, why is he able to damage me in the car like that? But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in terms of like zombies and games and stuff like that. BO3, BO6, World War II plans, and then I kind of wanted to go back to my personal life a little bit, just like kind of where I've been at. So yeah, I'm pretty much at the point in my job where, or like even in like terms of money, I'm almost caught back up with like all my bills and shit, so that I don't have to stress about that as much. I can almost like start putting money away and like feeling like comfortable again, if you will. So I'll definitely be trying to like get more content out and, you know, at least be recording a little bit more and working on stuff rather than, you know, just playing games and not doing anything with it. Because that's the one thing I've always hated. It's like when I'm gaming and I either get some good clips and it's like, damn, I wish I was recording that, or even better, it's like with how much I game, it's like I'm just sitting there like, man, why am I not recording right now? So I need to work on getting better at just hitting record and getting some more content out for you guys. But yeah, I also need to work on, you know, obviously eye contact with the camera and not repeating myself as much. I definitely hear it. Like I just repeat myself so much. I don't know if you guys catch on to that or not. 'Cause I know for me personally, it's annoying. But yeah, I'll do this one last match and then we'll probably just end it there, because like I said, just kind of wanted to go back to my personal life a little bit and just say that, you know, I'm not stressing about money so much, and kind of like almost at the point where I'm completely paid off on, you know, everybody that I owe money to, when in terms of just like people I borrowed money from or freaking like actual bills and whatnot. So yeah, I got a car payment coming up, and then I also need to pay back my girlfriend's mom a little bit. So that'll probably be most of my check, but like that's literally all I owe anybody, and then I'll be like I'll be good. So that's at the point where I can start putting money away and start doing or feeling comfortable again, if you will. And then also I wanted to talk to you guys about just like kind of figuring out a schedule or something that works best for all of us, really, because I obviously still need to work on spending a little bit more time with my kid and my girlfriend whenever I actually do get home. Because I do have the tendency to just like, oh, okay, I just got off work from working all day, pretty much, I guess, is how I would put that. But yeah, I just got off from working all day. Obviously, I want to sit down and relax and, you know, play the game or whatever, but I do still need to like work on, you know, getting better at spending more time with them. And then I also need to, you know, work on, you know, whenever I actually do play the game, hitting record so I can get content out for you guys. And yeah, really just start figuring out a schedule that works for all of us. Like, I don't know if there's like a time in the day that's like best for you guys. Like, if I were to release content like on a scheduled basis, like I could pre-record stuff and then just like not release it until a certain day or something like that. Or I could even, yeah, just like let me know if there's like a best time of day or like a best day of the week or something that you guys are most likely to sit down and watch YouTube or whatever, I suppose. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire little slip I wrote down. So yeah, I'm just gonna run through this match, I guess, and then kind of end it off. And I would also kind of like to point out that I've recorded this video probably like 5 or 6 times at this point, and I don't know, there's always just that one thing that I'm just like, yeah, I could do that better, or I could do that differently. And I don't know, I just need, that's another thing. It's like, I always say my biggest thing about this is like like the editing process, or like whatever that like entails before I actually do the upload. But in all reality, it's getting the actual like the actual clip that I want, because it's, if it's not the editing, it's fucking literally the recording portion beforehand. I end up doing like 5 or 6 different takes, and I always end up deleting the previous one, so I just never, I don't know, I guess I need to like start just like being a little bit more comfortable and open, rather than like, oh, I didn't like that, let's just delete the whole thing and redo it. Because like, I think I was saying that about like in one of my Citadel videos, I think I was saying that like I feel like disingenuine because I'm sitting here like recording multiple takes, and I'm also like, you know, not swearing, which is who I would, you know, consider myself to be. And I was also saying like, obviously I don't need to swear in every video, but like it just feels disingenuine to, you know, act like I don't swear when I really do, like literally on a daily basis. I'm gonna get screwed here. Maybe not. Now I'm gonna get screwed here. Wait, wasn't there another one? Oh yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let me know if you guys want like more Fortnite content, or if you guys want, like, you do want more zombies content mainly, or if, you know, you're down for like any other games, because I have also been tempted to do like Apex and stuff, because like the first 2-3 years that game was out, I was grinding that thing every day, but I don't know, eventually it just felt like it was getting so sweaty, and I just like, I wasn't feeling like I was progressing any. I think the highest rank I made was like literally plat 4, maybe I just hit plat 3, and then I would go back down to plat 4. So I kind of more or less gave up on ranked and stopped going for that. Which, I mean, every now and then I would still play it just like casually, like at the start of a season, because it feels like you can just kind of play it casually like that. But this last time I went back, like maybe I'd say a month or so ago, I played a couple matches, and I was like trying to get back into it, and dude, it just feels so much more sweaty than it was before. Like, it's bad. What the heck? I was like, I like 2-shot. Oh my god, my aim. I'm gonna get fried. But yeah, no, Apex just feels so sweaty now that I literally just, I can't get back into it. But if you guys would be interested in like like seeing my collection sometime, because I was like mad trying to buy everything in the game, and that's another thing that really kills me about Apex. It's like everybody's saying how it's dead, and like I knew this day would come, but like I don't know, dude. I feel like it just needs more meaningful updates. Yeah, I feel like the amount of content that releases with each, you know, either little event or each little like season drop, and especially where they do the season splits now, I feel like it just doesn't have enough going for it. Like, especially when you look at Call of Duty, or you look at Fortnite at this point, they have like so much more to do than just the battle pass. Apex, it literally feels like you're only working on that battle pass up until like an event drops or something like that. And that's another thing that like just really bothered me through the game's entire like life cycle that I was playing it, was the content rate that they actually dropped, and then also just the fact that it didn't feel like there was a lot to really grind for, really. I mean, unless you're going for like max level or something, which is just so, like, that's such a long grind. Like, unless you're like genuinely winning majority of your games, which that was not me. Like, that just was not it. But for whatever reason, I decided, hey, let's buy every freaking skin that I can possibly afford. Like, it was literally to the point where I was like broke a lot of the time. And like first 2 years that game was out, it was like just after the time that I graduated, maybe even a little bit like into school still, so that I, you know, still needed to go like through a half a year or something like that. And I was grinding that shit ridiculously. But like I said, I never got really good at it. So eventually I just kind of like, I was like, yeah, no, I'm literally just draining my pocket for a fucking game that I'm not even good at. And then, like I was just saying, on top of that, everybody's saying the game is like dying now. So it kind of like makes me sad, because it's like, on top of like not recording all those content drops that I could have been recording, or, you know, playing the game anymore in the first place because I bought all the skins and I have all this shit that I've wasted my money on. It just goes to further how much money I wasted because I don't play the game anymore. It's more or less a dead game. And like every time I do try to get back into it, I'm just pissed off when I don't stick to it for very long. So yeah, I don't know. If you want to see me rage, I suppose we can play some Apex, but that's about all that game is going to be good for nowadays to me. And that's really sad to me, because that was like one of my favorite games. I was like, dude, I'll love this game until like the day it dies. And I don't know, I guess that just really wasn't the case after like season, I always want to say like season 10, season 11, like that was like right after Seer dropped, right? Like season 10ish. That's when I really stopped playing, was after they dropped Seer. Like I think that was the first battle pass I did not get all the way through. But yeah, I'm gonna run away from this dude because I don't have the weaponry. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like if it was just like up to me, like games I play most of the time, it's literally like Call of Duty, Fortnite at this point. I never really used to play Fortnite up until my buddy that I was talking about, I got the Xbox for, and we started playing zombies and stuff like that together. We never really, I never really touched Fortnite too much. Like there was like maybe like chapter 1 season 4, or maybe like chapter 2 season 4 that I played the game in, and like before that I had never really touched it, or like even after that I never really cared to go back to it. And yeah, once we kind of like reconnected a little bit, he was still on PlayStation, so we were just like, well, Fortnite's one of those games that, you know, it's just like crossplay, and it was just an easy like game to like link up on. But yeah, no, I don't know. This was never one of those games like in my rotation back in the day, and now it is. Kind of weird. But yeah, no, it's for my rotation, it's pretty much like Call of Duty, mainly zombies. I don't really do the multiplayer side of things anymore. It's, again, it comes down to being like way too sweaty for me. Like I don't want casual games to feel like ranked, and that's what casual gameplay feels like a lot of the time nowadays, especially in shooters. Like even Fortnite can feel that way sometimes, but like I feel like it's a lot more kid friendly. So I feel like they tone down the fucking skill-based matchmaking like a lot. I mean, I suppose if you're top tier player, probably not. You're probably gonna like disagree with me, but so yeah, Call of Duty Zombies, Fortnite. I used to play a whole shit ton of Apex. Really don't do that too much anymore. And I guess Call of Duty Zombies is a lot of what I play, because I've been doing BO3, like I was saying, BO6. Do a lot of World War II, or was doing a lot of World War II. I was trying to branch out and get some other zombies under the belt, because like it feels like almost shameful to go ahead and say, oh, World War II is my favorite zombies, while everybody else is saying it's not their favorite zombies. And like, yeah, while I'm entitled to my own opinion, that also stems from me having not completed a lot of the zombies maps and like not really knowing the storyline. So of course I'm gonna feel like, you know, I have a difference in opinion for that reason. Like World War II was like the first game that I really decided, hey, I want to learn all the Easter eggs in this game, and I want to learn all the maps and get through all of them, get all the challenges. I wanted to do that for the first time in World War II, and yeah, no, I ended up doing that, and then that really just got the whole thing started. So that's kind of why we're working on BO6. I wanted to keep up with that the entire time. That's like start to finish, like whether that's like events or whether that's like DLCs and completing those. Yeah, so I'm actually already max prestige in zombies as well. Like I just literally need to get to 1,000 and that would be done. But I think I'm like 80s 90s right now out of 1,000. But yeah, so I'm moving right along in BO6. I have not played it in a while. Like I keep just periodically checking it just to be like making sure I'm not missing out on any events or anything like that. And but yeah, so yeah, I went back to BO3 trying to get all those done. We're like, I'd say halfway there at this point, maybe a little past halfway, being done with that game, zombies. And that's just like in terms of like Easter egg completions anyways, because we've done the Giant, we've done Dreisendrach, Zetsubo, so we need Grodd, Krovi, Shadows, we need the extra 2 people for, so we can do that one, and then we need Revelations. So yeah, I'd say we're halfway done, maybe a little bit more depending on how you consider like percentage wise, I guess. But then we were gonna try to do 4, because I was telling my buddy that I've literally never played 4 besides maybe like when it first came out. I tried 9 and I tried Voyage of Despair, and I don't know, I'm kind of with everybody. I never really liked Voyage of Despair too much, and then 9 I do remember liking a lot, but I just didn't own the game personally, so I wasn't able to like continue trying it. And I don't know, I just never really cared to pick it up. So I mean, at this point in time, I do own BO4 because I literally bought all the Call of Duties, just like planning on to actually go and do all the Easter eggs and whatnot. But yeah, BO3 was kind of moving a little bit slower than we expected because obviously that gameplay is so different from World War II, and it was definitely a readjustment phase. Like every time we come back to it, it's a readjustment phase. Like especially like I was going from World War II to we both started playing BO3, and then we started doing, I knew that was a bot. I was hoping it was that dude with the medallion though. But yeah, we started doing BO3 after you know, I was like purely focusing World War II, so that gameplay movement or gameplay change was very bizarre. Like I obviously I remember playing it back in like 360 days, but that's like completely different from like next gen BO3. And then yeah, I mean before that I was literally focusing World War II and IW I was trying to get through, but that also is very difficult. I did end up beating Raven the Redwoods on IW though. That was like the only one I can comfortably say I can do like damn near every time on that game so far. And dude, Beast from Beyond, that shit is wild. That shit's so hard. Like I think it still goes by like zombie rounds, I would have to imagine. So I think the farthest I ever got was like literally wave 2 or 3. Like that's how hard that map genuinely is for me. But yeah, no, I'm excited for that new map to come out on BO6. Definitely want to try that out. Like just from the freaking Easter egg completion reward being a freaking recolor of the wonder weapon, that's pretty sick. and also just the, you know, I've been keeping up with BO6 and I want to, you know, continue that throughout the life cycle. So I'd like to, you know, get that early completion like I have with all the other maps so far. What is this guy doing, bro? What am I doing, bro? I didn't pick up the sword. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the tomb, though, from what you guys have seen so far. Like, I've watched a few videos of people covering it, aka Mr. Roth Waffles and Mr. T-Lexify. Also, just on an off note, like, I thought that was kind of wild that in Mr. T-Lexify's video, he was just like, yeah, I think I'm just starting to fall out of love with zombies. I was just like, bro, what? Like, one of the big names just pretty much saying he doesn't like zombies anymore. Like, and I understand, like, from a modern perspective, like, oh, I don't like this as much as I like the old ones, but, like, just entirely saying, like, I don't like zombies anymore? That's crazy. Like, and I guess that's never really what he said, though. Like, I guess I'm kind of putting words in his mouth. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, this dude said, oh, I don't like zombies at all anymore. Like, the old maps or the new ones. Like, like, dude never said that. But, yeah, he was kind of like, oh, I just think I'm falling out of love with zombies, which... that's understandable. Just like, I understand like the tone and the vibe nowadays in zombies is just absolutely different from like the Jason Blundell days. But I don't know. Every time I've played a map in BO6 so far, apart from the bugginess and like the bull crap that goes on like every time a new map drops, I have been having a lot of fun with it. Like, not necessarily story-wise being as interesting as like some of the other games, but I still like thoroughly enjoyed it. Out of everything I've played so far, and I'm genuinely excited to see how the story develops. Like, damn, this video is like 40 minutes already. I did not expect this match to last this long. Alright, so let's see if we can try to clutch this up. Dude's gonna get me with the sword, huh? Dude's invisible, isn't he? Oh no. Oh no. Brother. I don't know which tree he went behind. Never even seen him, like... Oh, man, this other guy, though. I knew he was gonna be in the bush, dude. I hate it. I hate it. What is this match right now, bro? No! Dude, hell out of here, brother. Oh god. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you guys did go on to enjoy the video before we go, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.